Guys, quick video to show you one of my favorite and most used knives. This is the Microtech Combat Troodon. This is Gen 3. This is with the new dual fuel drive system. I think that means dual springs in it. I have not opened it up, and honestly, I haven't looked up what's in it because I don't plan on opening this knife. I use it for my everyday carry. This is in my pocket every single day. If I have another knife on me, that's a bonus knife. This knife is either carried appendix or in my pocket, and you're probably thinking, what if you shoot your wiener off with it? I'm going to tell you right now, you won't. This knife won't deploy unless you mean to deploy it. It's not hard to deploy. It's actually one of my smoothest and easiest firing large out the fronts. But I will tell you that there's no way you're going to catch that on the lip of your pants and deploy it and injure yourself. I've never had any near misfires with it. I've actually never had a deployment failure on it or a retraction failure on it, and I have deployed it thousands of times. I know it's thousands of times. I've carried it since January of 26. On the clip, it was actually made in January of 26. These come in at $550 once all said and done, tax. That's the street price you're going to pay for it. I paid that because this knife is one of the knives where if I lost it, got it stolen, I'd replace it in a heartbeat with the same one, unless I could find a red-handled version of it with the black blade like this. If you guys can point me in that direction, I don't know where to find one. I don't even know if they make one, but I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I might even buy two. This knife has the X pattern. I don't know if you'd call it jimping on the button, but I can tell you that gloves love it. It catches very well and doesn't slide around. It's got the crud cutter inside, which takes anything that falls into that groove and makes it so that the button doesn't stick to it. I also understand that with the new drivetrain system, it's a lot easier to deploy because of the dual springs, but I can tell you this thing comes out with some authority. It rocks your whole hand. It is not like the Ultratechs where they fire and they sound louder. This one is a loud firing, hard retraction knife. I will use this any day over and out the side, even if it's a manual. I trust this because in a situation where I'm up close to another person that I need to rescue or do something with, having this deploy out the front and not have to swing 4 inches out is to everybody's favor in the general vicinity. I've never had to use it to rescue myself or defend myself. I hope I never have to defend myself, and honestly, I probably wouldn't pull a knife if I were in a position to defend myself. I am not trained to defend myself, and I am not a hard user of knives. When I say hard use in my scenarios, I'm cutting clothes off of people. I could be cutting seat belts. I could be cutting hose or tubing or even electrical things. I have put this thing through quite a bit. It has not need to be reprofiled. I have sharpened it a few times. Let's call it more of a touch-up. I have it at a 22-degree angle. I believe that's what it was from factory. However, because I have sharpened it a few times, it may have deviated from factory 1 or 2 degrees. I try to keep all of my edges at the factory angle for my Microtechs because when I send them in, I want them to be able to sharpen it and not reprofile and have me lose blade. This has Bowler M390 MK steel, if that is something that you care about. I can tell you I have lots of M390 knives, and this is no different feeling or acting as a steel. They say it's more durable. They say there might be some better edge retention. I don't notice any difference in it. There probably is a scientific difference in it, but I have not tested it in any way, shape, or form. I use this knife. I use it hard. I don't worry about making it dull. I use it as a knife. This thing has a very durable coating on it. I don't know if it's just a powder coating or a Cerakote. I would think Cerakote. I have not cracked the coating. I have not scratched the coating. I don't see any signs of use on the coating, including on the clip. I believe this is a black coated titanium clip, ceramic ball bearing. It takes Torx. Guys, the generation before this I sold because it had proprietary hardware. I need to be able to tighten up screws if they're loosening in the field. I carry Torx on me. If my knife doesn't have Torx on it, I don't use it. It doesn't come to work with me. It doesn't come out in my daily life. It stays in my collection until I sell it off because I don't keep knives that have proprietary hardware. It's just a preference. I don't collect Microtechs. I have multiple Microtechs because I don't collect them, I use them. I have 2 Ultratechs, a dagger, and a single edge just like this, same profile of a blade. But this is my most carried. Appendix carry is the most comfortable with this knife in my opinion. I don't always wear jeans, so in pants where the pocket is not rigid, I don't like carrying knives in my pocket. I either drop it down into my pocket or I carry it appendix. I never carry it on my belt. I never wedge it between my belt and have the clip over my belt. It is always appendix on my right side. I am a right side draw, so right on right, but I am a southpaw, I'm lefty. So this is actually my non-dominant hand, even though it's where my fine motor skill comes from. But as you can see, not being my dominant hand, I can fire it and retract it no problem. These knives, in my opinion, don't break in. They don't get easier. People like to say that it gets easier to fire. I think you just get stronger and figure out how to fire it and the mechanics of it a lot easier. I don't notice that this breaks in and gets quieter, where my Ultratechs do get quieter. This has been deployed multiple times more than my other 2 Ultratechs, and I can tell you this does not get quieter. If anything, it gets louder as the oil depletes in it or whatever they lubed it up from factory with. It doesn't have any spring-sing yet, which is where when you retract it or deploy it, you would hear the springs rattling around in there. That leads me to believe they probably put lithium grease on them from the factory. I haven't opened it up, don't plan on opening it up. This knife, if I lost it, like I said, I would pay $550 in a heartbeat to get a new one. It is not expensive when you are considering that this is a hard use tool that not only saves my life and protects it, but protects others. This knife is the one that I would absolutely, if I could only pick one knife in the world, would be this. Guys, thanks for sticking by. If you like the video, naturally, I would ask you to like the video. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. When you see my shorts, know that there's a video coming out shortly after about the knife that was in the short. So if you like something in the short that you see, chances are within a day or 2 you're going to see the video on it. I'm going to do a more in-depth review and comparison of this knife with other knives in my collection that are out the fronts as well. But today I just wanted to show off the fact that I am very proud of Microtech for making a knife that me and other people in my work profession use, trust, and trust to save other people. Thank you guys. Have a great day.